I've went ghost mode over the last year to get fitter, stronger and healthier, and I've done it all in this garage, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that experience as well as showing you our workout from today. A year ago at 48 years old, I experienced probably one of the most stressful couple of years in my life. I got to the point where I couldn't really recognise myself as who I was anymore. Up until 40 years old, I'd done a lot of different sports and always had a little bit of a sporty identity, and the person I became was just someone who was running about after everybody. I'd met everyone's needs at work, and then after work I was meeting everyone's needs in volunteering roles or keeping up with friends or making sure everybody else got what they needed, but my health had really suffered. So I got to the point, not really through choice, but I got to the point where my health was that bad. I thought the only thing I can do is try and get strong again, and I came into this garage with the one goal, and that was to get strong for bench pressing. And over the last year, things have kind of developed into a more holistic thing, and I'm doing full strength training exercises and getting stronger all round. And I've also left that job, and I had to, essentially I left all my commitments in the evening and I left all my job. So essentially my life that I had up until a year ago disappeared overnight, and I just left myself that I was totally isolated and on my own, apart from my family, my wife and my daughter. And then I thought, well, I can come in the garage and that means I'm home every night, so I'm close around my daughter, and I'll slowly start to rebuild my strength and rebuild my employment. So the ghost mode thing kind of worked for me. I've never had really wanted to get back involved with anybody, and I'm really apprehensive to make any commitments because I don't want anything to distract me from my new work that I'm rebuilding, my new education at college and my strength in the gym. And being home and in the garage is allowing me to be a lot closer to my family. So I've used powerlifting as the structure to get stronger, but it was mainly just bench press at first because I didn't believe that the rest of my body would be able to respond to exercise, because I had quite a lot of stress related diagnoses like chronic fatigue and stuff. But within the last year in the garage it has all improved, and I'm just wanting to show my training so that I can show if you're maybe having a bit of a hard time or you've let go of yourself a bit. And you could be 20, 30, 40 or 50 or 60 years old, it doesn't matter. But I'm coming up for 50 in December, and I'm going to show you my bench press session today, which is my session after 1 year of progress of working out consistently for the last year in this gym.
3, hop! You're back. Well done. Well done, mate. Well done. You feel that, eh?
Aye, that's tough. That's the strength my ghost mode's been producing. So, one thing about the ghost mode thing is I've not told anybody about my lifting over the last year, where before in my life I would be telling all my pals and what competition I'm in and different things like that. But to get stronger without having any distractions, the only person who knows about my lifting really is Gaz. And it's me and Gaz who train all the time together. Gaz is a vital part of the ghost mode protocol, so we do it together. And I have shared all my training on YouTube, but nobody knows me on the YouTube, and there's only limited people with the interest to watch this kind of thing. So I'm not exposing myself in my wider life, but I am putting it on YouTube, and it was mainly to show that at 50 years old, if you put your mind to it, you can get a bit stronger. So one of the main rules of the ghost mode thing is what goes on in this garage stays in this garage. So even the people at work didn't know if I've been to a competition or what session I done last night or stuff. but recently people are starting to go, "Oh, you're a bit bigger," or "check you muscles," or take the piss out of me a wee bit. So there obviously is some visible difference without me being the one feeling like I need to explain myself or talk about it all the time. So I'm going to try one more set. That's my best 5 rep max on 110. So I'll have 10 minutes rest and try some reps on 112.5, which I've never done 5 on that, and at the end of a session it might be hard, but just to progress from last time I done it, just add on a little bit.
Here, bar.
That'll do. 4's good.
No point taking that. No point anymore. You better get back up.
I'm pretty happy there. I got 4 reps on 112.5. I can do 4 reps more on a bit more. I've done it on 115, but at the end of a session when I've already just essentially done my 5 rep max, so that's my little bit progression for today. And to make this session better over the next month before my competition, I'm only going to be doing 3 reps at a time so that I can get up to possibly beyond 120. I can do 3 on 120, so I'd really like to get 3 reps at 122.5 before the beginning of October. So I'm just going to do 2 quick exercises, both for biceps. I've got a way to do it for the outside and a way to do it for the inside that someone helped me with, so I'm going to try that out as assistance for today. I'll show you them quickly. One of the fortunate things being able to spend time working on myself and training in a home garage is I can practice different things without worrying whether I'm doing it right or wrong. And someone helped me with these bicep curls, so I've got a few variations. There was a close grip variation there, and I've been doing this T-bar sort of row one with a cable, and that really seems to pump up the inside of my biceps. And then this was the other variation they suggested, was sort of the wide grip with the barbell again. So I've been focusing on all the muscles in my body now as opposed to just the bench press. So I've really benefited from spending some time on my own and on myself and working on myself and getting myself back on track. But everybody's situation might be different. So you might have spent the last 10 years in the opposite circumstance, totally isolated or staying at home, maybe overeating or something like that, and you might benefit from actually doing the opposite for me and getting into a gym where there's some other people, and maybe getting like a gym induction or a trainer for a little while, or like socialising a little bit more if you've been in the opposite circumstance. So not everybody's the same, and I'm not trying to say go and didn't speak to anybody for a year and go to your gym in your garage and your life will be much better. But for me it's been helpful because of the circumstance I was in, and YouTube's been really helpful because it's gave me a bit of a commitment to training and putting my progress online. And if you look in the comments of any of my videos, 99% of them are positive, and it's people who've helped me. So even if you followed this channel and you done a little bit keep fit of your own and you wanted to learn a bit about exercise, you can have a look at the channels of the people who comment in my description, because by and large most of them are a bit more experienced than me and have a lot more variations of exercises that you can do with different equipment. I just personally always wanted to have a big bench press because I was someone that started off with the bar about 30 years ago, so it's taken this long on and off to get this far. But thanks very much. If you at all enjoyed the video or fancy watching this kind of thing, seeing me and gas training, you can like and subscribe. But have a good day.